I have failed over and over in my life, sometimes painfully, and I realized every time I let fear take over, it just ends up knocking me down. But those failures shaped my journey and gave me direction, and over the years helped me to find my voice and God's purpose for me. My grandfather was a pastor in South Korea who spent over 7 years in prison in the 70s for standing up against the Park Chung-hee regime. His courage left a deep mark on our family, especially on my father, who eventually decided to start over in America. We moved to the US in 1997 when I was 8 years old. My dad became a pastor like my grandfather, serving Korean immigrants and helping them build a new life in the US. And my mother worked in restaurants to support us through tough times. She taught me how to be resourceful, to keep going, and to always cook with love. When I first got into the restaurant business, my parents were disappointed. They thought I'd follow in my grandfather and my father's footsteps and become a pastor or professor, certainly not the friar guy. And I get it, every immigrant parents wants more for their kids. Restaurant work isn't glamorous or prestigious. But I've always felt that spirituality and church aren't necessarily the same thing. Isn't church at the end of the day sort of kind of a hospitality business? To me, both a church and a restaurant at their best are places where people connect and are nourished. Of course, restaurant industry isn't always kind. In order for a tree to reach heaven, its roots must reach down to hell. And such is the case for the restaurant business. A lot of folks in restaurants aren't there because they have a passion, they're just trying to survive. And this industry can be brutal. There's bad bosses, not enough training, sometimes no path to grow. But when it's done right, it really is a beautiful thing. It's a community of people coming together, working together to create something special and moments that guests will never forget. And that's what drew me in. I wanted to build a business where anyone could grow and move up no matter where they started. And restaurant work is often about second chances because life happens in restaurants. It's where people go to celebrate, to heal, to connect. Good food and hospitality can really lift someone's spirits. When I opened my first restaurant, it felt like my calling, but when it closed during COVID, I felt lost, not just as a business owner, but as a person. I still wonder if I should have fought harder to save it. After that, I spent 4 years pursuing a franchise opportunity, but eventually I grew frustrated, realizing that caring for people weren't necessarily a priority for corporate middle management. I was tired of fighting to protect the business from its own leaders. Eventually, I had to face the truth. I was letting fear make my choices again, fear of failing again. But I believe God has a purpose for each of us, and the wins and the heartbreaks always prepare me for the next challenge and the next step in my life. I've spent over 14 years in restaurants now, from dishwasher to executive chef, and I'm ready to return to what inspired me in the first place. And I've always wanted to create a restaurant that cares for its people and gives guests a sense of belonging. Starting over isn't easy, but I no longer want to lead from a place of fear. I'm blessed to have a wonderful wife and partner to walk this path with, and that's why I started making videos to share our journey and an honest take from someone who hasn't made it but believes that my purpose is to serve and take care of my staff and guests. So I hope one day soon I welcome guests into my dining room again.
Been open a month, but Tamra Tea House already has a steady stream of customers coming in seeking some healthy food options.
I'm the chef and owner of Tamra Tea House in Brooklyn, New York. Travel toast for here, one spicy basil working, fries working to go. I was born in South Korea. I moved to Chicago when I was 8 years old. My mother was in this industry. Often we lived in places where we were the only Asian family, so when I came home, I found my medium in the kitchen. I didn't go to cooking school, but my dishes speak for themselves. And I'm up, I put it in a tortilla press, I press them.
That's interesting.
And he's pressing out all the oil? I am loving what Yuna is doing.
Yeah.
He's using the cookie cutter and making small rounds out of it.
Fascinating. What
Today I made a frog legs tostada with a cauliflower slaw. We do similar thing with plantains at the restaurant.
I think that idea of making that little tostada is amazing. Really great idea. The flavor profiles are great. And that means, Chef Yuna Mo, you are the chopped champion. Congratulations.